Okay, so for those who haven't been following the story, on March 22nd, Elias Trevino and Vanessa Gonzalez were arrested and indicted on 50 counts of selling mislabeled drugs. Now, Karl Lentz and Aquila Dixon Turner, two sovereign citizen gurus on the internet, have been advising Elias and Vanessa, and I wanted to provide a chronological case summary detailing Vanessa, Aquila's, and Karl's involvement in this case, because Vanessa and Elias's case is different from previous Karl Lentz method failures in the sense that usually the people that Karl victimizes are going to jail anyways. What changes is that maybe they'll do a little extra time in jail. This case is different because these guys, this couple, Vanessa, who, by the way, has children, are going to jail specifically because they listen to Karl Lentz. And I'm going to explain why that is. Karl's involvement in the case begins before August 2016.
Hi, I'm Vanessa from Texas. I stay in Texas. I called because I met Aquila face to face. What was it? Last week, Aquila? We were in Virginia.
Yep.
Yeah, we were out there visiting Karl.
And
wait
a minute. Don't tell too much.
Now then, on the advice of Aquila and Karl, Vanessa files a claim against the FDA in the District Court of Harris County, Texas, claiming I, a woman, and all that nonsense. Aquila and Karl were deeply involved in that case to the point where, again, Vanessa went to Virginia to discuss the case with Karl, and they even discussed the case over the phone with Aquila Dixon.
Aquila.
Okay. Yes.
And when they send a letter like that, and basically, that they address you as a title, but it's not the bad title. It's according to everything.
One is the defendant. I'll explain it to you in more detail. We can actually look it up.
But
we'll go over it together. So you're very clear what those plaintiff mean, what defendant mean, all that sort of thing. I kind of people. We can get into that.
But
what?
That's what I don't understand. That's where I'm lost. Does the
we'll
letter...
get into that. I will explain it to you because I want actually have you to look it up, and you can read it, and I'll probably have it translated in Spanish for you as well. And that way you get a better picture of it, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I have something on my phone I can translate it. Well, actually, you could do that. Once I send it to you in English, you can translate it.
Now then, the radio show in which Aquila helped Vanessa with her paperwork was December 2nd, and that was in preparation for a pretrial conference that was held December 8th, 2016 to deal with Vanessa's case against the FDA and the FDA agents. Now, after that call, Vanessa's claim was dismissed. She lost the case that Karl and Aquila helped her with. Now then, that dismissal was filed December 13th, so they lost about 5 days after the pretrial conference, or about 2 weeks after the call in which they were preparing for the pretrial conference. But something else happened in December that is very important. On December 8th, 6 days after the call with Aquila, Vanessa received a warning letter from the FDA. In that letter, she was notified that the drugs that she was selling contained illegal pharmaceuticals and were mislabeled. She was given 15 days to, quote, notify this office in writings of the specific steps you have taken to correct violations, including an explanation of each step being taken to prevent the recurrence of violations, blah, blah, blah. But this is important because this is why Karl and Aquila put this one in jail. As the FDA's website explains, an FDA warning letter is, quote, an opportunity to take voluntary and prompt corrective action before it initiates an enforcement action. Warning letters are issued to achieve voluntary compliance and to establish prior notice. To put that in English, if Vanessa had stopped selling the drugs which she was selling, which were mislabeled, after receiving that letter in December 2016, she would not have been indicted in March of this year. Instead, on the advice of Karl, Lentz, and Aquila, she continued to sell those drugs, even though she had been warned by the FDA that if she continued to do that, she would be criminally prosecuted. And that is exactly what happened. If Vanessa had listened to an attorney, got an attorney, simply stopped selling the mislabeled drugs as requested by the FDA, she would not have been arrested. She would not have been indicted. She would not be facing a substantial jail sentence along with her husband. And by the way, she has kids. Those kids are going to go without their mother and father while they are in jail. And why is this entire fiasco occurring? Because Vanessa chose to listen to Karl Lentz and Aquila Dixon Turner, two frauds on the internet, gurus of the sovereign citizen movement, who lie to people and pretend to help them. This is not helping them. Karl and Aquila have put this woman and her husband in jail. They have taken these kids' parents away from them. God only knows why. I don't know if Karl is doing this for the money or because he's fucking crazy. But this is a tragedy right here. This woman could have avoided jail, and now she will rot in a jail cell. While Karl and Aquila live it up. They don't deal with the consequences. Vanessa is going to pay the consequences. Karl is going to get paid. Aquila is going to get paid. They're going to walk. And just as a final note, I told Aquila this would happen. She did not listen. This is the really infuriating part of the situation.
Well, you know what? I don't believe that. I think you're hiding the case number because you know that I'm going to post a video saying that you put her in jail when she gets convicted.
To try to get your way what you want. You're talking to me now. It don't work that way.